And New York is full of steakhouses. What sets Benjamin's apart from all the others that you can find here in the city?
Well, I personally don't think it's really rocket science. I mean, if you're gonna do business in New York City, the bare minimum is you're gonna have to provide top quality product. I mean, it's, unless you're a fool, you know that your steaks have to be amazing, your service has to be great, the environment has to be excellent. But what I've always believed that set us apart, I firmly believe in our steaks being really bar none some of the very best ones in the country, not just in the city. And beyond that, our staff, the ownership, the management, my crew, all of my colleagues, the waiters, the kitchen, everyone means it. They mean what they do. Like, when you come here, my waiters, they carry their heart on the sleeve, and it's real. It's not a company line, it's something that they do. And I will only want to ever work with people like that. I love my crew.
Good evening. This is Maria von Nicolai, and I'm here with Steven Sorokoff again doing our food, wine, and jazz coverage. Tonight we're focusing on food and wine, and this is Benjamin's new steakhouse called Benjamin Prime. I am sitting here with Victor Dedushai, who is the Director of Operations for all the Benjamin Steakhouses. And now I have a question. With your having Benjamin Steakhouse just around the corner, one block down on 41st Street, why did you open another steakhouse just here, one street up?
To answer your question, over the 10 years, proud to say that every single year, believe it or not, has been better than the previous. So about 4 or 5 years ago, we've been presented with a situation where we literally had to turn down business every single day. Plus, we've never had any real private event space at 41st Street. It's a beautiful location, the mezzanine set up in the form of a balcony, but there was never a real private space. So we had to, do something about just the fact that we couldn't accommodate everybody, plus the event space. Plus, we needed a concept that we would tweak and keep Benjamin Steakhouse the classic, beautiful New York-style steakhouse that it is, and focus on Prime being a little bit more of a contemporary-style steakhouse. So it's more contemporary, younger brother, so to speak.
So Michael has brought us our first two dishes of the evening. Michael, would you please tell us what you've put down here?
Of course. So on the left side over here, we have the filet mignon tartare, chopped top with creme fraiche and shaved black truffle, and it does have a little bit of black truffle powder on top. And on the right side, we have the duo tartare. It has the Scottish salmon and the tuna, both of them rare, with a little bit of creme fraiche on the side.
Looks absolutely delicious, and we're looking forward to tasting it. Thank you.
Enjoy.
So one of the wonderful things that's available here is half bottles of wine, which for wine connoisseurs really makes a difference, because often by the glass you can't really get a really high level wine. So somebody might want to come and get a half bottle, because a full bottle for a single person is a little much, even for a couple that only wants one glass each. Half bottles are a wonderful item to have on the menu. Victor, do you have, how many wines do you have by the half bottle approximately?
Right now there's about 20 of them, and we actually plan to expand that segment of our wine list. Precisely because of the same reason, just as you mentioned. Very often, you get a diner that's dining solo and just want to have a nice glass of wine that's above what's available, or just have more options that are available by the glass. One more feature that we're going to actually add, we're going to start having a higher echelon wines that are going to be available by Corvin, which is the newest gadget. We actually don't have to open the bottle of wine. There's a hypodermic needle that pours a glass of wine, and the bottle remains unoxidized, the rest of the wine.
The first course was absolutely delicious. Michael, what do you have here for us now?
All right, so the second course, we are doing a grilled calamari, and we have the crab cake. The calamari, simply grilled, a touch of spicy olive oil and a touch of herbs on top. And then at the crab cake, we have the crab cake over here, some red pepper coulis on the side, and underneath we have the creme fraiche and a red beet remoulade.
We're looking very forward to trying this. Thank you, Michael. We will see you in the next course. Michael has now brought us the main course. Michael, please tell us what you have on the table for us.
All right, so for the steak, this evening we're doing the New York sirloin. It is bone-in, served bone-in and pre-sliced. And then we're also doing the swordfish. a slightly blackening seasoning on top with a little bit of sauce. It's got a little bit of béarnaise sauce on the side. Over here, we got the traditional creamless cream spinach, meaning it doesn't have any heavy cream, but a touch of butter to it. We have the traditional potato side dish for the house, the prime potatoes, sauteed with a little onions, peppers. Over here, we have the creamy corn, a little bit of smoked Gouda, a touch of pancetta, and lastly, but very good, the Brussels sprouts, toasted Brussels sprouts, touch of olive oil, vinegar, and toasted almonds on top.
This looks absolutely amazing. We're looking forward to tasting it. Thank you so much.
Let's do it. Let's dig in. Let's do the whole thing.
So over here,
Love that.
this is the medium rare. This is the
With fresh mascarpone and seasonal fruits. Today's is blood orange and also some mango and apple. And then this is the chocolate bamba with the pistachio ice cream and chocolate mousse stars. Very simple, great flavors. Unfortunately, I'm a chocolate addict, so that's always been my favorite, but lemon is always one of my favorite desserts. It's very refreshing on the palate, especially if you had like steak and mashed potatoes, all those rich sides. So the nice refreshing lemon is a very popular dessert for us because obviously the refreshing palate flavors as well.
Here we are at Benjamin Prime, looking forward to the last course of the evening.